You did, yeah.
Okay. What did you think of him back then?
He's the same guy as I met a couple years ago. He's straightforward. He's completely honest. He'll tell you himself. He'll never lie to you. And that's just the type of guy he is. He has a lot of credibility for that. Not being a liar. He's just real straightforward with you. And, we know what he wants, and it's not going to be easy to get there.
How many kind of tabs are you keeping on this coaching search when Dr. Zinger is gone out looking for guys? Are you guys paying attention to it?
Some guys more than others. We all have the internet. We all read things that people say. So you try not to get too involved in it. Tend to distract you a bit. But I had my eyes on it a bit just to see what was going on. And I saw his name pop up, and Dr. Zinger feels like he's a good fit here, and we'll see in these years to come.
Change again here, second time in 2 years. How hard is that?
It's difficult at first, but I feel like if there's change, it means obviously something isn't going right. So obviously winning 5 games in the past 2 years is not something that anyone wants to do. It's not something I wanted to do while I've been here. So Dr. Zinger felt we needed a change, and he feels like Coach Weis can put us on the right track.
Last time you didn't have the luxury of any of the old staff staying back. You already mentioned that Coach Mitchell will stay and maybe some others. How much will that help? The transition, do you anticipate?
I think it'll help. Coach Mitchell knows a lot about our personalities, and we all have relationships with Coach Mitchell, and we all enjoy playing for him. So I'm happy to see him stay, and I think that's a good addition to this coaching staff.
Coach Beatty's been rumored as another guy that might stay. Are you pulling for that as a receiver?
It's up to Coach Weis, but I also enjoyed playing for Coach Beatty a lot.
For sure. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a good holiday.
Thank you. You too.
What was your first impressions of Coach Weis when he spoke to you guys?
He's all business. He's ready to go to work. He's ready to roll his sleeves up and get after it this offseason. That's what I like. I like that we're going to have an effective offseason. It's going to be tough. I'm glad it'll be tough because that's what we need right now. We need to build mental toughness, and I think that's what he's here to do.
How much different is that from Coach Gill? Obviously, I don't want you to throw your coach under the bus, but, you keep hearing that we need more discipline, more discipline. Was it just too much of a friendly feeling before that it just didn't create that sense of, I don't know, like you said, kind of a business atmosphere as much as it was a family atmosphere?
I'm not really sure. I think just how much Coach Weis has emphasized on mental toughness and discipline so far, that's what he's coming to bring to the table, and that's what we're going to have to do. And I think that's going to build character throughout our team and make us a better ball team.
Was this hire surprising to you at all when the name came out?
It was surprising for me because I never heard his name, and of course I was looking for all the names in the newspapers and stuff like everybody else, and it was a pretty big surprise for me.
Do you think there'll be pressure to win right away since it is a big name? People have heard him since his time at Notre Dame. Will there be the urgency to win right away? Do you think next season?
I think there's urgency to win with any new coach that comes into a university. I think that's big. The fans want wins now. They don't want wins down the road. So everybody wants wins right away, and that's just a part of the job.
Does it feel like, from what you've heard from Coach Weis, that its culture is going to be a little more like what it was when you got here?
Oh yeah, I think it'll be more similar to that. Each new coach has his own way of coaching. That's just the nature of football. But we kind of picked up what he's like and how his coaching style is already. So he's all business and he's ready to go to work.
Coach Weis mentioned when he first started the press conference how the spring was going to be, he was going to run you guys pretty hard. Are you guys ready for that?
I am. I'm ready to get after it. I wasn't satisfied at all this season. I want to win just as bad as anybody. I'm a big competitor, and I'll do anything to get wins next year.
You think that's what this team needed? Maybe somebody to crack the whip a little bit and kind of get...
it could help. Like I said, each coach has their different ways of coaching, and everybody goes about things different. So I'm glad that he's here, and can't wait to play for him.
I was a little shocked at first, it's a pretty big name coming in, but I think everybody now on the team is pretty excited about it, and we're just ready to move on and start working towards next season.
Coach talked when the press conference started about how he was going to kind of crack the whip a little bit as far as conditioning goes and really run you guys pretty hard come spring. Is that something you almost look forward to after the way the season ended last year?
Yeah, coming in and being a senior in this upcoming season, I want to do whatever it takes to win ball games and end up in a bowl game.
So you came in, under Mangino, and then Gill, and then did you ever think you'd be playing for Charlie Weis and KU?
No, I didn't, but that's what's crazy about college football, and I'm just ready for the opportunity to be able to play.
2 years have been so much about you guys as a family, this team, this program as a family. How much do you enjoy hearing him and watching him talk to his family and see how much they mean to him? I mean, maybe it's not going to be totally night and day like a lot of people think.
I think that's one of the biggest reasons I came to KU in the first place was the family atmosphere between the players and coaches, and the fact that one of the first things he even mentioned to us and you guys was his daughter and the rest of his family shows that he's serious about his family. He really is a family type of person, and I think a lot of players will learn to appreciate that. A lot of us are far away from our homes, and you got somebody to talk to when you're head coach. So a lot of guys will appreciate that.
For sure. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
I mean, as a guy that's switched positions, I mean, obviously, Turner wanted you to switch, but what is there any chance you might switch to the other side? I mean, obviously, it's pretty early in the game, but would you even consider something like that?
It's not really something I've looked at right now. Maybe something we can have in a conversation at another time, but I haven't really considered it too much. I think I'm doing fine at what I'm doing now, and I've come a long way from where I started. So to go back to another position, it would almost be like wasted progress. But I'm not completely saying it's not an option, because it definitely is, but it's not something that we're really thinking about right now.
Do you have any preference as far as defense goes? I mean, they talk to you. I mean, obviously, you have to hire his defensive coaches. So, I mean, did they talk to any of the defensive players at all as a leader? I'd imagine you'd be one of the guys he'd talk to.
I'm expecting to speak to him a bit, but like you said, he's only been here for a couple hours. He has a lot on his plate. He's got guys to hire. He's got a lot of things to do. So I'm not in any rush. We got time.
Was that buck position something you'd like to stay in, or do you think maybe you could kind of do some other things, maybe outside of that?
I feel like I'm capable of doing multiple things. So wherever they stick me, I think I'll do a good job and be successful or whatever.